The Forever Winter early access. Let's see what they got. This is a weird looking game and very original at the same time.
So, here's the deal.
Mm.
These past few months, we've had an outpour of positive reception from you guys around
Oh.
what we're creating. And we
Yeah.
really want to get that game out to you sooner.
Okay.
That's why we're diving right into early access on September 24th, 2024. And a heartfelt thank you to everyone who participated in the beta. The team has been
Oh, there was a
rocking
beta?
around the clock to incorporate a ton of the feedback you guys gave us, and we can't wait to share the progress. Now, I don't believe anyone should have to pay more than 50 USD for a game. And if you want to support the team above and beyond the initial price point, that is awesome, and we really appreciate it. There will be a special edition with the game's soundtrack and Jason's awesome tunes. But that should be your choice, based on how much you guys dig the game. So the Forever Winter is going to be $27 at early access. There will be 0 pay-to-win solutions. You will earn your gear via skill or luck, and you will not be able to buy your way into Nirvana. You will never be charged for a new character, because that's the way it should be when you buy a game. You will not be charged for maps, guns, additional quests, new bosses, and more. That nickel and diming shit is for the birds.
That's very nice.
We will charge for skin packs, and any sales there will go to supporting the character team and allowing us to make even more baller characters in the future.
Baller characters.
Now, why do all this? I fondly remember a time growing up in the 90s when you could go to CompUSA and buy a box copy of Command and Conquer, Giant Citizen Kabuto, or KK&D for 50 bucks or less and be set for months. I'm really hoping we can get back there. Now for the roadmap. We really
The
respect
game looks
what the
very
homies did with
bleak,
Ready or Not.
and so
Having the
he
balls
sounds
to
very
release
bleak.
gray box maps
Because
into
I don't
their
think
map
we're going
lineup
back
was
to
incredible.
those times ever again.
So we're taking a page out of their
Maybe this
book.
is a start.
We will give you one work-in-progress map early, so you guys can scope it out, have some fun, and hopefully give the team some super helpful feedback, so we can make them even more kick-ass when they drop fully. Taking it one step further, we want the community to get a chance to vote on which bosses and which features we bring online first in our post-launch plan. Anyone who bought the game will get access to an exclusive channel in our Discord. There, you will be able to vote on what or who drops next.
That's
the art team and our brothers at Evolve 512 broke our backs to make sure we planned months in advance to give you guys the post-apocalyptic road trip you deserve. And if the game does well, shit. We want to bring this art style to entirely new environments in the future. It's going to be a wild ride.
Wow.
Now let's talk hosting. Regardless of how many people play, you will always be able to play with your friends locally and via peer-to-peer hosting. We learned from the nightmares some of our industry colleagues have gone through this past year. So that means no infinite loop matchmaking bugs, and no flooded servers where you can't jump into what you just bought. We did this so that no matter what happens, when you buy our game, you can jump in and rock and roll, even if it's solo. If you want to reach out to the dev team, hit up the Discord. There's a ton of homies in there that love Grimdark just as much as we do. Now on a more somber note, these past few months, we lost Spec Ops The Line, Project Boundary, and now they are shutting down the Battlefield 3 servers.
Huh.
The reality
I didn't know that.
In the never-ending quest for profit, they are closing the gate on some really special games that inspired us.
This is a
Games
very
cost
interesting
more
trailer.
now to develop than they ever have, and that means risk mitigation is priority 1, 2, and 3. And remember, it's not their fault. They're a product of their environment. And that's why this year has been so inspiring, to see other crews breaking out of that muck to bring the magic, one ammo belt at a time. Lastly, words cannot express how much we appreciate your support. People from all nations and all ages have reached out, just to say, thanks for going there, and handling the subject with the care and energy it deserves.
Huh.
This means we're not alone in hoping we see a new Killzone, a gritty Battlefield, maybe a new Command and Conquer title that's not a bloody mobile game.
I've been saying that for fucking years.
Any indicator, maybe they will find the guts to bring those games back the right way. And in the meantime, we'll see you guys in the Wasteland on September 24th, 2024. Cheers.
Wow, that was powerful. God damn, I've never seen a, started like whatever the trailer, but then as he kept on talking, it's like it's good to it's good to hear what you're thinking from somebody who has like some power in the industry, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, whatever they were saying, I've been saying this forever. It's true. Spec Ops or Battlefield, and the way they say, gritty Battlefield, that is so true, man. And I guess you don't realize how much you miss it until you hear about it, you know? Because I played Battlefield 2049, it was okay, but like it wasn't something like Battlefield 3, right? Or Battlefield 4. It was not even close, even though the time period was the same, like the game itself was a completely different. I'm not just saying about the specialists, but in general, I I I I gotta say the game itself initially looked absolutely amazing. But after this guy spoke, I don't know, he kind of like dropped some truth bombs that are not usually said in the industry. The what this guy is saying is basically said by like YouTube channels, people like me watching trailers and stuff. And I've been saying even at the last mobile game, the mobile Command and Conquer game, I said this is such a. I was like getting pissed towards the end because I'm like, such a shame what they're doing with this franchise. It's such a waste. Command and Conquer, like the last two games were mobile games, which is insane. I don't know how such a franchise could have such trash games. It's beyond me. And that's what the guy said. He's like, yo, I hope I'm gonna get another Command and Conquer game beyond like fucking mobile games, which is absolutely insane. He also said something else at the beginning where it's like you go and you buy like a physical box of the game, especially for or not just for PC. Back in the day, it was everything. What am I saying? Just PC? No, it was everything. Even consoles, right? You used to buy your boxes. You used to buy your games in boxes, physical copies, right? I'm not a huge like whatever. I'm not like, oh my god, like physical games. I don't care for it. All my games are on Steam. But it's interesting the way you said it, and it'll be so cool to just go in to buy like $15 game and just like be set for months. That's what it was. That's what it was. I don't think we're ever gonna go back there, unfortunately, even though he's saying he would like to do that. I don't think that's ever gonna happen. There's too much money in the industry at the moment, and now they're doing it for profit. But I really feel like what he said that that really struck with me, and also the end where it's like a greedy Battlefield game. I never thought I actually needed something like that from beyond what this guy was saying. Um, and I didn't know Battlefield 3 was closing down. That's a shame. Spec Ops, of course, classic game. That was gone for a while. Well, I guess this year. Yeah, this one makes you think, huh? I think that's the first time I'm watching a trailer for a video game that like actually makes you think. I really appreciate the how frank this guy was. I really appreciate how direct he was. He didn't fuck around. I don't know who he is. Probably like I don't know, the owner of the company or something. But I really appreciate it, and I have to say I wasn't like I don't know, I wasn't like looking into buying this game, but maybe I should support it just for again the idea, the principle beyond what this guy is saying, because I believe that is 100% truth. And again, I was saying, you're not gonna buy, we're not gonna be, they're gonna be paid to win. All the maps are free. All the specialists or whatever these guys are free. If you really wanted to go old school, there would be no microtransactions, period. Even like even the visual microtransactions, the cosmetics, right? Old school, that means there would be none, period. But again, this is like you said, the product of our times. The environment. You gotta have them to make a profit, right? So especially if you're selling the game at like $30 for like early access. Yeah, interesting. Something to really, really, really think about. That's pretty crazy though. Thank you for watching. Peace.